Hello, I am the awkward GM Corbin. Thank you so much for watching for tonight's episode of Curseborne Family Feud. This is our first episode, so you haven't missed anything yet. Uh, as we get started, I am the awkward GM Corbin. I use he/him pronouns, and you can find me on YouTube at the awkward GM Corbin. I not only stream here on Wednesdays for the moment for this actual play, but I also do Tuesdays, where I go over the Curseborne manuscript for the month of October. I just did an episode on the Dead and Hungry. I'm going to be doing the Primals and the Outcasts next week, so please check that out. In any case, I am going to introduce my amazing players. First up, Justinia. I'm you are muted on my end.
Well, this would be better then. I'm Justinia. I am Rain Darkwater on Instagram, and I participate in Shoestring Studios on YouTube.
Awesome. Den Mother, you're next.
Hello, Den Mother plays in a lot of TTRPG spaces. I'm from the Philippines, but I'm currently in Australia, and I do a lot of games. I do a lot of actual plays over at my channel, and I'm currently doing Curseborne over at Onyx as well. So it's just the other day, in between places, and I'm here now as a player in Carbon Stable. Yay!
Awesome. Thank you so much for joining. And now Jess.
Hello, everyone. I'm Jessamine. I am a participant in Shoestring Studios as well, currently based in Wisconsin. And you can find me either on YouTube at Shoestring Studios, obviously, and on Blue Sky at Shoestring Studios Official.
Awesome. Now today we will be introducing a bit of Curseborne that we've made our own. We've talked off camera a bit about what this world looks like and who are the players in it. What you need to know is we are currently looking over... Oh, there's a lot of typing going on. I can hear that very easily.
Oh. Well, I was just going to say, Corbin, that for my side, your video isn't moving. I don't know if anybody else is seeing that.
I'm also seeing a frozen video.
I am frozen. I will see if I can turn off my camera for a second and turn it back on. Hold on.
It's all right. I forgot how clickety-clackety my keyboard is, so I'll try to refrain from using it when possible.
I love the ASMR though. It's actually my like white noise. I love it. When I was hearing it, I was calming down. Yes, keep typing.
Well, if
you have a really nice keyboard. Love it.
Yeah, I love it too.
If the Curseborne thing doesn't work out, we can always do the typing ASMR stream. It'll be great.
Okay. There we go. I am muted now. I think everyone just say hi again, just quickly. Hi.
Hi.
Hello.
Okay, everyone's fine. We're using new software, so apologies for the inconvenience. In any case, where I was going off of before is we are starting off in the lovely city of Boston. It is a day like any other day in the crisp autumn, fall, summer, or second summer, or whatever has just happened, where it was for some reason 75 degrees, even though the day before it was 50, but now it's back to 50. And we will be highlighting essentially the day in the life of our player characters. And we didn't do our player characters, but I would love it if you would all roll for initiative to start, just so that we can determine who goes first.
Okay.
Now, does anyone need the rules for the initiative? I have them up.
Always love to review them.
Okay. I am grabbing them as I speak as well. So for rolling for initiative, I believe it is either... Ooh, I don't have it listed here. That's bad.
Oh.
It is the, I believe it's like the higher of like dexterity and something else. I'm trying to find it.
New system. Who this?
New system, who this? We will go with, I think it's dexterity, athletics, or the other one was... The other one was like intelligence and something else. Damn, I'm always bad at this. Apologies. This is why I am the awkward GM and not the GM that knows everything.
Well, I do see in here it
Yeah,
talks
it's all
about
good.
initiative and spotlighting. It says to determine initiative, each player forms a dice pool for the character using the higher of athletics plus cunning or empathy plus dex. I don't know if it's the same thing though.
Yeah, that is it.
Okay. So athletics plus cunning or
I
empathy
will
plus
roll
dex.
my initiative gun.
Whichever one's better for you.
Yep. One hit for me.
Okay.
Two hits for me.
Den Mother?
I think you're muted.
No successes. I said no successes there, so we'll go last. I'm
Okay.
okay with that.
Yeah, it works out.
So, Justinia, please introduce your character and their pronouns.
All right. Yeah, so my character is Saraphina Thorn. She's she, her pronouns, just like mine. And she is a member of House Bathory, which is basically they really like blood and they found a way to use it to become immortal. But I do have to consume it every now and then. Sometimes I kill a dude, you know how it goes. But she is a networking savant. She is very much, well, when I say networking, I mean like getting people the jobs they need, that sort of thing, running a contracting sort of agency. And, she's a little bit famous in House Bathory, or in the world, I guess I mean, which is kind of frowned upon in House Bathory. So we'll just see where that leads us.
Awesome. Now, we will be starting with your feeding, as it were, for keeping your hungry satiated, as it were. Where are you, and what time of day is it?
Well, it would be early evening, and I am meeting with a potential client of mine. His name is Damien, and we're having dinner. Very fine, exquisite dinner because, like, I happen to be quite rich. I'll be paying ultimately because it's potential that this might be business for me.
Is this dinner at your mansion or apartment or?
Let's do it at my mansion. Yeah.
Okay. He's sitting across from you, and we'll say he has just finished what appears to be a nice, juicy steak, and he looks up and he says, I'm sorry, I must have eaten really fast. It doesn't seem like you've barely touched anything on your plate."
Oh, well, yes, it's not quite cooked to the way I like it. I'm going to be having quite the discussion with the head chef after this. But never mind that. How is your food?
Oh, it was delicious. I feel really bad. I if I had known, I would let you have mine instead. He takes a drink of water and he's just like, so why exactly did you invite me over? Was just for food, or is this business, or?
Oh, yeah, well, business and pleasure. But I was thinking perhaps we might get the pleasure out of the way first.
Oh, what did you have in mind?
Well, I think I'll maybe change into something a little more comfortable. So, Seraphina walks out of the room.
And he's like, should I follow? Or and he's just like, he sort of stands up a little bit, like, kind of like is this really happening? He was not expecting the day to go this way.
Damien, no, I said I'm going to change into something more comfortable. I'll emerge in a moment and you'll see me in all my glory.
And he will sit back in his chair and wait. What do you do?
Put on like the most fantastic lingerie that I bought yesterday or something.
Mm-hmm.
And then emerge and say, well, I'll give Damien the chance to react first.
Oh, he was like, wow, oh my God, you are stunning, gorgeous.
Thank you. But without further ado, perhaps you might like to come along and enjoy this gorgeous body.
And he is going to follow you. And where are you taking him?
I'm taking him to the foyer of my bedroom.
Your bedroom? You're so rich. Your bedroom has a foyer.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Have you seen like the presidential offices? It's pretty amazing. You know, their bedrooms and things. It's absolutely bonkers. But anyway, yes, so stopping in the foyer for a moment, just to have a little discussion with Damien. So, well, you know, I don't know now if I'm really feeling this or not.
Oh, is it something I said, something I did?
No. Nothing like that. It's, I don't know. Sometimes I just need something to spice it up a little. Like perhaps, and I'll just kind of look at him, see if he had an idea real quick.
He's like blindfold, handcuffs.
How about instead of that, you give me something that you would really not give anyone else normally? It'll get me so turned on.
He's like, my watch, and he's like, it's an Omega, and he like starts to undo the watch.
I'll let him undo it, and then I'll just knock it out of his hand.
He's like, what?
Yeah, it wasn't what I was thinking at all. I was thinking something more like this. And she attempts to grab hold of Damien. Like not strongly or anything, but grab hold of his shoulders.
Okay.
Pull herself in like she's going to kiss the side of his face, perhaps.
Yeah.
But instead plunges her fangs into poor Damien.
Poor Damien. You don't need to roll anything. He was ready for like something kind of a bit crazy, but you start to like, as your fangs penetrate his neck, you feel his life force slowly drain and streams of it coming into your system as you feel his blood warm your undead body.
I continue to drink. I'm going to try not to kill this poor man. It would be nice if I could use him later.
Okay. Now the question I would have, as far as what we know of the system right at the moment, there are people known as drones who have been drained just a bit too much, and they're essentially like brain dead servants. Think of them kind of like in a constant state of like a constant state of sleepwalking. They're not typically the most talkative. Do you want to go to that level, or do you want to leave it so that he can recover maybe a day or two and you can maybe invite him back for seconds?
I was thinking the latter, yeah.
Yeah. Okay then. He is, as the scene progresses, he sort of basically collapses into a ball or a puddle in your hands. How do you deal with him at this point?
I put him in the chair that's designed for this purpose.
Okay. You just lean him right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe put a hat over his head so I don't have to look at his face anymore.
It is at this point you are going to get a phone call. There's a ring at your nightstand, and you have one of those, I'm assuming, like ornate types of landline phones with the two black ends sitting on a nice little cradle with a not ivory, but maybe ivory. Maybe it's an antique phone or some sort of reproduction, as it were, handle of the phone resting on it. It has a soft little ring.
Perfect. Gosh, I wonder who has my landline today. And so I'll walk over there, pick up the phone, and say, "Hello, this is Saraphina."
Yes, Saraphina. This is your mother's secretary. There's some business that needs to be attended to post-haste tonight. I hope that we can schedule you in for some time within the next hour at one of the more exciting parts of town. We have a private booth ready for this exact occasion.
Well, that sounds exciting, and you know I'll do anything for Mother. So, yes, I will. Just give me the address, and I will be there shortly.
Lady Westington will meet you and she will rattle off the address for you. Do you need would you rather a car be sent, or you prefer your private chauffeur?
Oh no! Please send a car. My car will be busy.
Okay. And she says, "Oh, if that's the case, we will see you in an hour. Thank you so much."
Sounds good. I will call for my butler.
Yes. Yes, madame, how may I assist?
Yes. So I may have gotten a little carried away, as I do most nights. There's a young man in my foyer.
Oh, is this the usual?
Yeah.
Usual? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah,
I won't have to get the acid, so that's good.
Yeah, it's not enjoyable when that happens. But yes, make sure that if he isn't feeling well, that you get him some fluids and all of that. So
Okay. Will do. Do you need a special attire for going out, madame? I assume you don't wish to be cold while going out.
yeah, if you would get me maybe the red dress with the sequins, that would be fantastic.
Yes, of course. And a shawl to match. And he steps away to your wardrobe, walks in, lights the equivalent of I don't know, a runway turn on, and he gets everything prepared for you. Now, we will cut that scene at that moment, and we'll move on to Jess. Jess, please introduce your character.
Well, do you mean at this moment? Because right now I'm Agnes Fisher, an old woman, slowly trundling my way down Newbury Avenue.
Newbury Street.
Maybe it's a street, maybe it's an avenue. My eyes can't see the difference.
And what is Agnes doing this very moment?
Trying to keep up, trying to walk properly. Oh, she's so tired. But she needs to get to the park. She has birds to feed. Her trench coat isn't nearly enough against the cold. It's not even that cold, but it's cold to her. Oh, age is torment. She's trundling along and happens to see, a well-dressed gentleman with a fancy Rolex and a perfect prim suit. And she tries very, very hard to avoid it. But she does end up tripping and bumping into him. Oh, goodness!
Ooh.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I would like to roll a larceny check, please.
Go for it. And
All right.
I will try and figure out why my camera keeps freezing. I might do this instead.
Okay. That will be 4 hits on my larceny check.
Oh, you immediately bump into this person. Were you staking this person out before?
More or less, yes. I mean,
Well, you're just trying to get the wallet, I'm assuming, or the cell
his
phone.
Rolex, his wallet, whatever he's got kicking around.
You're going to be able to get not only his wallet, you get his keys, wallet, phone. And I don't believe there's anything additional. You basically, his watch. You get a nice Rolex watch as well.
And I just tripped down and I'm like, oh goodness, I'm so terribly sorry. I secret away the loot in my trench coat. And I'm like, oh, I'm so terribly sorry, young man.
Oh no, it's fine. Let me help you up. And he tries to help you up as much as he can. And he's just like, is it I hope you're all right. Do you need me to call a doctor or anything?
No, I should be fine. I've got to get going anyway. Thank you so much, dear.
No worries. And
wonderful. She,
and he'll go on his merry way.
Starts slowly walking off to, an alley in the corner where she removes her hat.
Off in the distance, you hear, "Where the fuck is my phone?"
She removes her coat. She goes a couple of blocks away to a darker, colder alleyway. And she reaches into her purse, which was carefully concealed, and she pulls out a little bottle of acetone nail polish remover, twists it around for a moment. She picks up her heel. She puts the phone down on the ground in the alley and says, "I commit thee to the earth." And she smashes it.
Nice.
She puts the Rolex down and she smashes that too. She takes the wallet, considers it for a moment, realizes that smashing it wouldn't do any good, so she just puts it there, and then she pours the acetone on top of the pile of broken things and lights it. As the flames rise up and she looks to the heavens and she says, "Oh, let fire burn my offering. Give me strength." And then she waits for Corbin to come back.
Yeah, I'm here. You won't see me in the stream right now because I've switched over to using my my camera only in OBS. So you're gonna have to bear with me in that regard. I apologize.
That's
but
all right.
People on stream will see me. They'll be fine.
Okay.
In
Perfectly
the as you have committed this ritual, smoke begins to rise from the items that you have sacrificed as they turn to dust beneath you. Purple smoke rises and begins to fill your lungs as you breathe in the sweet, sweet nectar of magic, pure, unadulterated, cut into a nice, fine mist for your enjoyment.
I feel it flowing in my veins. Strength. True strength. How many curse dice do I get for this one?
You get 1 curse die, and I should also say that Justinia also got a curse die for her feeding before as well.
All right. I walk away, douse the fire, and just walk away, pick up my phone and start flipping through it. Let's see. I don't want to do anything again on Newbury recently. What have we got going on?
At this point, you will get a phone call from an unknown number.
I pick up the number. Hello. This is Tamara McNeil from the law firm of Cheng and McNeil. How can I help you today?
You hear a raspy voice. You are needed by no one.
I see.
We shall meet at the usual.
Very well, Uncle. We shall. I turn the phone off. There's no reason committing our voices to memory in the cloud any more than is necessary.
Yes.
I
will say, you were not sure if that was your uncle directly or that person who you are supposed to meet directly.
He changes his voice so often, it doesn't really matter. We'll see how it goes. In any case, I go ahead, get my car keys, look at his car keys for a moment, throw them down the storm drain, and, move up to my Escalade and just pop the door and start driving over to the usual spot.
And with that, we will cut to Den Mother. Den Mother, please introduce your character.
Like in a scene or just in general?
However you wish to. You could just say who your character is, their pronouns.
Okay. I'm playing Mordecai Killian. Short, Decky for short. He, him, and he's an assistant at the moment to a well-known professor, and who is his mentor, but he's almost finished with medical school. So he's going. Boston, I believe, has one of the Ivy League schools. So he's doing medical. He's taking up med at those schools while also doing a part-time job as an assistant. So yeah, that's my character for this evening.
Okay, and now for your feeding, for your sacrifice, as it were. Scene? Where are you currently in this scene?
Yeah. In this particular one, there would be like a public library in Boston. He is part of the committees that kind of remove the books that are no longer updated. So
Yes.
It's like being part of the times, they would remove books that are like kind of defunct in the sense like, oh, they're gonna get books about writing envelopes. No one's like, like they're pulling that out on shelves, or like learn how to do cursive and stuff like that. So it's like just pulling all of those like really old books, or like how to use the old phones, like I forgot the actual old name of the old phones.
I have actually done this, so I have a couple of book titles already up and ready to go. He's part of that committee. You have the perfectly accurate Nostradamian prophecies for the year 2022, and then next to you, you also have the perfectly accurate Nostradamian prophecies of 2023 revised. These are the types of books where, yes, they say that the world is going to end this coming year, and then the next year they put out a new edition because, the world is still here for some reason. Probably because they've misinterpreted something in the metaphor.
Yeah, so in that moment, he's just letting out a sigh as he goes, he's looking, they had so many releases of this book. He has he has an accent that I can't do accents, so it's just like, you can't, they don't make these fun things anymore. Back in 2012, they made this movie. He goes on a tirade on like 2012 conspiracy, the Mayan calendar. He's talking to somebody who's just not listening to him. It's just like, Right, I'll just be taking these books now, as he does with a very sad smile of like, I was telling something fun about the Mayan calendar and really cool Aztecs, thinking the world's gonna end at 2012. And he just takes the books, knowing that he'll be taking it to his mentor's archives, where it shall never be seen again by the world. He just looks at these books and he kind of nods. And I'll be back again next week to check for more books. And the librarian would just nod off and like just shoo him away. Then he just goes back with his cluster of books, humming along to himself.
Is there anything you're going to sacrifice from these books? Is there a particular book that is catching
Oh,
your eye?
definitely like a lot of the Nostradamus ones. He would put it like his mentor would have a fond reading of it, but the moment he puts it in the shelf, it's kind of like hammer space. It's gone forever, and the world will never know that there was a 2023 revised edition of this book. Like,
and the Nostradamians are very happy with the fact that no one will remember there was a previous edition.
yes, like we
as
still have a chance.
As part of the ritual, however, it does need to be destroyed and sacrificed.
Yeah, it just the way I treat it, just it gets yeeted into the void. We have
yeeted
like
into
the
the
most
void.
efficient way. The most efficient way to get rid of things is to just throw it into the nothingness of the void that is the outside.
You see it.
Or there's a specific shelf for it.
You see it go into this nothingness, this void, and it begins to spiral and then rip into various different pieces until it begins to sort of do a figure eight, as it were, or maybe it's an infinity sign, and it sort of collapses into a small pinprick of light. And then there is as this bright white energy flows over your face, and you can feel the sacrifice being accepted by whatever damnation you have. And you have an extra curse dice as well.
Yeah. And as we go, the old book smell.
and then
walks away.
And that is the end of that scene. Now, we do have a fourth player who sadly can't be with us, Coyote Crow. Hopefully next week she will be able to join us. That being said, we are going to go back to essentially the top of the order, as it were, as Saraphina meets up with her mother. You are taken to what appears to be a rather extravagant restaurant that has been set up in the Prudential Center in Boston. It is this towering tower that has essentially been, like, at the top there used to be this restaurant called the Top of the Hub. Sadly, it is no longer there and has been since replaced with several other restaurants trying to make it their thing. But every once in a while, like, it seems like it keeps traveling between different people. It is at this point where you get up into the elevator and you see your mother. She is sitting at a lovely table, and she has, for whatever reason, decided to set herself up with a massage chair. Like a nail salon style salon chair. And you can hear the little jets of the foot bath going as she is sitting there, just seem to enjoy herself as she looks out into the Boston skyline. She is dressed for dinner, for the most part. She has all of her finest jewelry, her silvery hair, which she must dye every few months or so. Silvery now. She is looking out. She hears you come and she says, "Ah, daughter, it's so lovely to see you here."
Oh, Mother, I'm so glad to see you as well.
It's... Shall we cut to the chase, as it were? I do apologize. My manners, this has sort of come up last minute.
So Seraphina waits patiently.
I have gone through the list of my favorite daughters and sons, and you've managed to get to the top and impress upon me that you could use some more, what's the word? Some more chances to show how well you are at getting things done.
Oh, if there's one thing I'm good at, it's getting things done.
Oh, that's perfect, perfect. Me and a few of our dear cousins and distant cousins at that, heard about your little book club that you run. Isn't that quaint?
You did? How did you hear about that?
Oh, we have ears everywhere. It's perfectly fine, and it is the precise reason, as well as you needing to have an opportunity to test your mettle, as it were, to show camaraderie with our fellow accursed here.
Our fellow Accursed?
Yes. You see, I got talking with a few people over a drink or two, and well, they were drinking. I was you, of course. No need for me to keep up that facade around you, and she would pinch your cheek at this moment if she just wasn't so into the foot bath right now.
Oh, good.
And you can look down and you can immediately see the red burbling around her legs. And she's just like, "Yes, us three, have decided that it would be pertinent to establish some alliances here within the city. We need to make sure that other families are able to work out their differences and do it in a calm and collective manner, set it up in a sort of alliance, as it were. It is at this point we've already talked to just a few families that we have met through various channels, and they're all interested to coming to these peace talks, as it were. And we have decided that instead of putting all of the most important people in a room together, risking the destruction of many an elder accursed, that we would send ambassadors to help solidify this agreement.
I see. I see the wisdom in your plan. It's better for us to form the alliances before our enemies would consider the same.
It is good. You shall be meeting your book club presently. Take the elevator and you will be able to get essentially the run of it. We do wish that the meeting happens at a specific time and location, I will give you an envelope which has a bit of that information at the moment. The others will have the rest.
Very good. May I ask though, how is the foot massage?
It's wonderful. You should totally get one. They're so cheap. I mean, but it is just lovely. You have to use heparin, obviously, to get the right consistency down, but it is heavenly.
Well, I will certainly have to try that later myself.
Yes. Also, I say this with all. I say this with all love and admiration for who you are and what you can become. Don't mess this up.
I didn't intend to.
That's my girl. And she will lean back, put the massage chair on vibrate, and relax as you are escorted by a man in a black suit who ushers you into the elevator. It is at this point we will just jump to. I have written down here Agnes Fisher. I know it's not Agnes Fisher anymore.
Oh, you're muted.
Oh no, oh no.
Tamara.
Tamara McNeil is just wandering, making sure to go a little bit of a circuitous route across town, wondering if she can spare some time to get to the office first. But she decides not to. There are times for rebelling in small, controlled ways, and probably not right now, not on an emergency call.
You don't have to go too far, as you are headed to a mall, a rather public place, as it were. However, at this hour, it is pretty much. It isn't fully dead yet, but it is getting there. And you know the location is the bottom floor parking garage. Underground.
Well, no cameras, but no cover from actual people. I swear, these old fogies. And she drives down, parks her car, just sort of fiddles with her phone and quietly sits back against her trunk and just sort of waits. They'll be here.
The lights begin to flicker in the underground garage. When the lights come up, next to you actually behind you in the rear of your car, you see the familiar face, or should I say, you don't see the familiar face of no one. A pure piece of flesh, round, skin covering where the eyes should be, the nose a single slither, no air holes, the face, the mouth, completely bare flesh, no hair. This figure nods to you in the rear view mirror.
Tamara gets back into the car, driver's seat, looks back at nobody through the mirror and says, "So, what is it?"
You shouldn't be giving your name out over the phone. You never know who can listen in.
I didn't. Or at least, I do need to keep some identity that is public. You called on my work phone. That was unusual.
These are unusual times.
Of course. I take it you have a target?
Different target this time.
Hmm?
They hand you a envelope. Peace talks. You know the friends. You know the people who are part of it. Instructions in the envelope. Be careful.
I will be. So,
We're putting a lot on you. Remember, don't mention the family by name. We are just the family. Our reputation will precede us.
yes, all nice, mysterious, and dramatic. Don't worry, I know protocol. She takes out a letter opener and opens the thing, reads it carefully. What does it say? Is it coded?
It is not coded at all. It is simply a list of instructions on various families who are potential assets, as well as a potential location that the Faceless have set up, or haven't set up, but have definitely scouted. We will go into that later, but he does point a hand. Looking at it, there are no nails, there are no hairs on the hand, and he points his finger to the elevator and he says, "Go up. You'll find your location."
Thank you kindly. Also, she pauses for a moment. There's a sort of unnerved twitch. How are you doing?
You know, arthritis never gets easier.
I did
Uh,
send you to that spa, but oh well.
And with that, the lights flicker and they disappear.
Good old friend. I walk up, take my lighter, light the paper on fire after committing it to memory, making sure I'm far away from any detectors. Stomp it down, and then take the elevator up.
I will give you a curse die for that. That is very faceless, and I feel that would be considered a sacrifice a little bit.
Fair enough. Committing things to memory. We don't keep that around. Thank you.
Now, Mordecai. You said your mentor is, and I just want to double check that I get this right, a Gabriel Heimdall.
Yeah, just try to picture Heimerdinger.
I have no idea who Heimerdinger is, but I will go for it.
Yeah, it's okay. It's a small old man. It's much smaller than me. A small king. So
he is set up in his study after you've just sacrificed a book, and he says, "Ah, yes. We have a bit of a task ready for you. We have the Alliance stuff going on. I'm sure it's all perfectly on the up and up. I've told you about this, didn't I?"
I go, yes, and then my face is like, oh no, I totally forgot. Like, yes, of course, you told me, definitely.
Good,
very important stuff.
Good. Then I gave you the letter already, and he says this with a letter in his hand, and he's just like,
that letter was not part of the conversation we did have, but I still need to see that letter.
Perfect. Here, yes, yeah, you can take it. I definitely, there was something else I was supposed to do.
Yes. Is there a way for me to roll for like intellect and like something just to remember, just like or at least somehow
He did not
BS
tell
my
you
way through this
anything.
conversation?
He did not tell you
Oh
anything.
no. No, I'm just gonna assume it's like part of the paperwork. Is this another thesis we need to do a dissertation on?
Oh no,
Probably
it's
another defense that we need to.
your book club. They're doing something. I think they're throwing a party. That's it. It was an alliance party.
I'm like, immediately my brain goes, Seraphine. Like, did you do something that I didn't like? Did you plan something I wasn't aware? Party, party for Alliance. I'm pretty sure it's a pretty low key book club. We just meet twice a month, talk about books. What do you mean an alliance? Who are we allying ourselves? Another book club?
Oh, it's something to do. Don't worry about it. They'll figure. They'll if you forgot it. Honestly, son, you should be more mindful about all this stuff. You shouldn't let things slip your mind. In any case, I'll open a portal for you, and it'll be all hunky dory.
Could you pause? Could you pause for a second? I pulled out my phone in panic because like this is a social event. As obvious with the interaction with the mentor and his assistant, they're not really good at social things. Beyond the book club, that's an improvement. And the parties that he's been with Seraphine. So it's like dials the number to Seraphine. Like, doot, 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 doot. Can I have a player interaction if that's okay? It's like
Go for
like
it.
it's just I ring to the phone that probably I got from Seraphine because probably she called me first to pull me to a party, so I
Seraphine
saved the number.
is right now in the elevator.
Oh no!
Hi, this is Saraphina. Connection doesn't sound real good, does it?
Hello, this is Decky. Decky, remember the Decky Killian, the book club? Yes.
Oh,
Is
yes,
there a
of
party
course.
tonight that I'm not aware of?
There's a
Is there a
party.
party, a book club party? Oh my God! This was not in my calendar. I have plans.
Change of plans? Always the best plan?
I've booked my entire night to do absolutely nothing but read books. It's totally full. I was not aware of this party.
Oh, so see, this is the best part, Mordecai. Or, I'm sorry. But anyway, the best part is I didn't even know about it either. So it's a surprise. It's a surprise party.
Well, what is this alliance they're talking about? I mean, you know how Dolly is talking. Alliance party.
Oh,
What is going on?
We should probably not talk on the phone. Just let's all meet up. Usual place. It'll be great.
The diner. We're going to the diner.
Yeah. We're gonna have
Okay.
book club like a few days early. Okay.
I guess I can start talking about as he starts ranting about the book selection he's chosen, which on cue on his personal torment, the signal cuts off as he was going on a rant on his book list. He goes, "Hello, I was about." Okay, I guess I'll talk about this. He drops the phone because turns back to Dolly. Okay, I believe there is a party tonight.
Okay.
I will get more details to my fellow book member.
You'll be perfectly... And as you've been talking on your phone, he's been, drawing this chalk circle outline around you. You'll be perfectly fine with the portal. And he slaps his hands together as the floor begins to start to move beneath you.
Oh.
And you begin to sink through the concrete.
Really? Like, it was really, I could have taken the car. I could have taken the car to the. Thank you for the free
It
ride.
was right around the
like,
corner, but I thought I would do this anyway because it's more fun. And
But
you're
like,
like,
as he's shaking his head, it's like, I don't like passing through the outside.
and
He never found
It
it
is-
comfortable.
it is at this point that like it is the lobby of the mall where three elevator doors open up and Tamara and Saraphina walk out of theirs in perfectly. I need Mordecai to roll a either might or dexterity plus athletics. I think there's an athletics. I always mistake these.
There is an athletics.
Yes.
Yes.
Just get
Since-
one hit.
So I'm rolling. What am I rolling again?
You are rolling either dexterity, might, dexterity plus athletics, or might plus athletics.
My might, I think, is not so great, so I'll go for dex. 5 plus.
And I should say you should be using an online dice roller or dice in front of you. I forgot to do that.
Yeah, I do. It's okay. I have it. I got one success. It's just a 10.
Okay,
two successes.
you stumble a little bit, but you land like perfectly fine in the elevator. And as everyone comes out of the elevator, they see Mordecai just fall to the floor into the elevator, but like stand perfectly, like they were not just plummeted through concrete and a portal into the elevator.
Like, Tamara walks up and offers Mordecai an arm.
Oh, thank you.
Hi, Ducky.
This doesn't look like the diner. This looks like somewhere else. I'm like clinging on to like it's like basically an introvert who just clings on to the nearest person who's just like I don't know where I am kind of situation.
Ducky,
Where are we?
Right. Don't worry. We're just scouting a location.
Yeah.
We're going to be
Is
just
it-
fine. All right.
Isn't the diner good enough? There's good coffee there, and
Not for what we're going to need. We have some non-book club business we need to discuss. Why don't we do this in a little more private of location?
What is this? First a party, now non-book club. I feel deceived. I was told this was a book club related event. Now
What?
it's just something else now.
Well, no, it's still a book club related thing because you're part of the book club, right? And you're part of the
Yeah.
book club. So, it looks like a book club business to me.
No, but we're still one missing member of our book club. It's just 3 of us for now. So it's not really a book club event.
You get a text message saying running late, start without me.
Nah.
Well, there we are.
Also, what is this alliance thing? I know we need a private spot. What is this alliance? You have to give me information. I don't like uncertainty. Give me-
Ducky,
Yes.
information will come, but you need to be quiet first, all right? I whisper that in his ear, and I go, all right, so why don't we go and take a look at that location we were scouting before? Come right along, everyone.
I'm just following. Still holding onto the arm given to me. Like,
Yeah.
why? Why am I here?
This isn't the first time this has happened. I remember that time when we read that very dark series of books. Got a little bit worked up on that one, I think. I don't know. Maybe that's just what I remember.
I feel like
But-
the series of unfortunate events was more black comedy. Yeah.
Yes, that
Unless
book
you're
moves.
talking about- Unless you were talking about, it's not important right now. Oh,
1,000 yards there, as he remembers the book.
yeah, no. As
Yes.
we're walking by, Tamara is, or Tamara, I might be pronouncing my own name wrong, and I'm sorry about that for anyone who actually has it in real life. But as we're walking by, I'm just going to swing by the food court pretzel counter and surreptitiously flick it into Decky's hand so he has something to chew on and might calm him down.
Oh, I do like pretzels. He does like pretzels. And it's like a, like a squirrel moment. You give him a pretzel. Oh, like he's just distracted with this one big pretzel. He's just munching on it.
Yeah, no, I will roll that 5 hits for the pretzel. I presume I get dipping sauce.
You do get dipping sauce.
Excellent.
Wow, that was really good. I don't like it's actually really good. It's fresh, and I start talking about a recipe of and like the European century and how this kind of dough was similar to the bread that was made in that era. Babbles on, continues to babble. Like,
Believe it or not,
about dough.
Tamara's kind of on board with this. It's just, it's honestly kind of comforting to hear Decky going on about something. It's like the white noise you need to get some sleep.
No.
I mean, not entirely sleep. Often it's very interesting. It's just like, if you ever fell asleep to your favorite podcast, it's like that when you're listening to Decky.
And I will give Mordecai... Oh, go right ahead.
Yes? No, I'm just continuing about the dough thing, and then he goes off tangent on how bread became like a symbol of like hope for some people with bread in that era, and just keeps going and going.
And I will give you a curse die for embarking upon your torment.
Okay, yep. I've been just go. It just keeps talking.
We're stacking the curse die right now. We've got 3 curse die for most people, and plenty of time to collect more curse die.
Yes, more.
So as you guys are walking down, you did mention a diner before, so I brought up a map and looked for diners in the area. And the best diners are the ones that are round the clock 24/7. And at this hour, you get to the South Street Diner, where you hold your sort of impromptu book clubs over food and drink.
And coffee. Really good coffee.
It's okay, coffee.
Definitely. And cheese fries. Oh. Like, Saraphina picks up a little tiny radio out of her purse, puts it on, and turns it to the local baseball game. It's like, playing the Cubs, huh? Just puts it there and makes it loud enough that it slightly confuses people's ears and says, "Oh my freaking God, what are they having us do now?"
It's one of those alliance things where we're going to meet a bunch of people that we probably don't know yet, which Decky will be just fine because they're all going to be so interesting.
We're going to do your brains, Decky. That's for sure.
We're getting more members for the book club. This is what it is. I don't mind more members getting more.
We are doing that thing where that thing that doesn't normally happen to people happens, and we want alliances with other people who have things that don't normally happen to them. Do you catch my drift?
I'm eating the last of the pretzel that was given. And then I go, yes, distracted. And then I go look around for Jane, which is the go-to. She's the one usually on this shift, the waitress, and it kind of gives the safe space because she knows how to make Decky's coffee. He just raises his hand awkwardly like, coffee.
She's like, "Gotcha, sugar. I'll get you the regular." The usual.
So you're meaning to say like us.
You know, those folks who are Red Sox fans. Yes.
Yeah. It's so we're gonna, as a book club, we're going to ally ourselves with
community outreach.
Yeah, community outreach like that. Yeah, it's like a volunteering thing where you get voluntold.
But what if we have differing views with some of these Red Sox fans? There are some that aren't as neutral as most of us. The reason why this book club is very nice.
They will sit down and be convincing and charming. Believe it or not, Decky, you're actually better at that than you think.
I am.
You are.
I mean, thank you.
Yeah.
I don't talk much.
It's just another. It's just going to be a nice negotiation. It's going to be. It's going to be fine. Like, the two of us are professionals, and you can help us research whatever we need to find out. And, when our other member gets here, I'm sure their talents will be invaluable as well. But, for the moment, we just have.
Speaking of, do we know who they are? Is there a way? You mentioned research. Maybe we can look up ahead of time to know what makes them tick, what they like, so that way when we do this alliance party, we set ourselves up for advantage.
Corbin, what were the specifics in
Okay.
the document I was given?
Okay, so specifics that you have been given are essentially written down, like a bunch of the families that are in the areas. Most of it is pretty, like, the main stuff with some of the families, like some of the families, the names have been like sort of scratched out and stuff like that. For instance, you notice that the faceless, it just says family, and there's like a black redacted thing over the front of it to be on point. There probably wasn't even anything written underneath the redaction. It was probably just there for show. But you have a variety of different groups sort of represented. You have the various outcast families that have been pointed to. You have the primals, the dead, the hungry, and of course the sorcerers set out. The hope is that at least 3 more families will join this alliance of 7. And there are, if you want to like do some research on which ones you think you might have inroads with, you can do that. But the first thing that is listed out there is to secure a loophole. Loopholes being places of deferment where essentially it's a lot harder to curse people or to use magic. It's neutral ground. It helps people be more civil around each other.
And I don't want to use my office for this unless if we have any other option. I took that edge.
So, as it turns out, I have this envelope here. And so this will be the point where Saraphina opens the envelope, takes a look at it, and sees where we're supposed to be headed.
Okay. Saraphina's envelope being opened talks about a specific location that is somewhat of a haunted liminal space, as it were. It is a location known as, and I am bringing up my notes because I have a million notes opened up right now. It is a place called the Queen Bee. It is a yacht from probably around the 50s or the 60s that has been sort of built up on several locations. It is currently technically owned by your mother. She's at the very least rented it out. It is not usually for sale because, of course, there have been lots of disturbances. It is listed in the Weird Massachusetts book as one of the like top 100 ghost haunting locations in the state. And of course, nothing in this, like, in your notes here basically says anything other than make it safe.
Okay.
So yeah,
Reasonable.
I guess we'll be headed
Standard
there.
control. All right. Jane, dear, could you give us those cheese fries to go?
Okay. Yeah,
Leave
sugar.
them in my car? Thank you kindly, Jane. I make sure to leave a large tip. All right. So, are we ready to?
Just to clarify, did Tamara mention the deferment location just so that Killian can put two and two together of the information? Assuming that Seraphina also mentions the boat,
Oh yeah,
just so he knows, like, okay, so all details are out there on the table that we're trying to make a place of deferment, and there's a space, the Queen Bee boat, that we're trying to make safe. So it's like Killian's trying to put two and two together while he's quietly sipping his coffee, like, oh, okay, all right, okay.
He's saying this. We've got all the information out as he's holding an envelope sealed in his hand.
Oh, I go, oh, right. Just, I forget. This is, I open it again and puts down the letter so that everybody gets to read it.
So this is where it's a little bit weird, as a letter does sort of fall out of the envelope, but also a sort of metal lever bigger than the envelope. Like, we're talking about like a letter size envelope. A metal lever just sort of falls out from the envelope onto the table.
I quickly put it back. I was like, up. People are gonna see it, like, and I look around making sure no one saw that. Like,
Meanwhile, like, Tamara goes, "Oh, that's a terrible call, ref. Why would you do that?" Shouting at the little radio.
Jane like turns around and sees Mordecai putting his hand in the envelope a little bit, and is just like, and turns back around and gets you the to-go boxes.
All right. Did they get that? All right. Looks lovely. Wonder if Jane's gotten that black pudding in. You know what? We don't have time. I'm sorry. Sorry, Saraphina. We don't have time.
The letter Mordecai reads essentially says, this loophole that you will be dealing with is inactive at the moment. Putting this lever back where it should be will activate the loophole properties.
Okay, I understand. Understand my role in this world situation.
All right then, everyone into the car. Did your driver bring you here? I don't know.
I literally used a different means. I didn't bring my car, unfortunately.
Oh, sorry. I was talking to Saraphina.
Oh. No, I was picked up tonight. It was wonderful.
My Escalade, then. Come on, I'm downstairs. All right. She'll start accept the takeout box gratefully, and then start marching off. No time like the present.
Oh, Seraphina leaves a $100 bill on the table.
And
just because she can.
Jane is like, oh, always the best tippers.
Oh, always the best servers. And I boop her on her nose.
You gave her $100. She's for it for the moment.
Yeah, no, it's all great. Anyway, resisting the urge to...
I'm just holding the coffee cup. I actually bring it out of the rush, because I was like, okay, let's go. I'm still holding the coffee cup from the diner, following. Okay.
Oh dear. You know what? We gave her $100 tip. They can buy another mug. Let's just move.
Normally, I carry my mug out to Mordecai. It's all good.
It's fine.
We're already in the escalator when he realizes.
Yeah, that's why I said that earlier, because you're still holding Don't worry about it.
So that's okay. I don't.
It's a collectible now.
I finished the coffee and I put the cup in the envelope, like treating it like a hammer space to remind myself to bring it back. And I go back like,
Don't think that's going to work, dear. I'm sorry. Anyway, just marching us down. Anyone? Are there any crowded places with people who have valuable items on them as we walk down?
Roll me. I'll roll a thing. I've got a die here.
Well, that's fair.
There is a woman who is coming out with a bunch of different like bags. Like think Clueless or Legally Blonde, where they're coming out of the or Pretty Woman, where they're coming out of the clothing store with like a bunch of bags from different places they've been throughout the mall.
Gotcha. I put my hair back and I change my glasses around for a moment. Tuck in my necklace and go and wander by and say, "Oh my goodness. Is that the new collection lipstick? That's amazing."
I got the last one.
Oh my God, wonderful. I lean over to take a closer look at the thing and pilfer whatever I can from her.
Okay. This is what we've got. Not the heroes we need, but the heroes that we've been cursed with.
3.
Let's see if she sees anything. It's right in front of her face. She sees nothing.
Also, she doesn't know it's me, because every time I disguise, and so long as she's not cursed,
yeah,
it is automatically believed.
It is. I should note, I feel like I might have forgot to talk about a specific rule. When you have cursed die, they actually add to your pool as special dice.
Oh, that's nice.
So when you have a dice pool, your cursed die, which you have 3, get added to the replace normal dice with cursed dice. Yeah. And there's a mechanic where in certain situations when you roll and the cursed dice come up as if there's a hit on your success and a hit on your on your normal dice rather, and a hit on your cursed dice, that's called a wicked success, which something really good or positive happens. And then if you get failures on both of the dice, it's a cruel failure and something negative happens, essentially.
Got it. I'll set aside some stuff to do that. So I'm up to 3 cursed die now because I started with 1 and fed twice. Is that what's going on?
Yeah.
Okay.
It wasn't that you fed twice. It was that you behaved within your lineage.
Okay, so 3.
Yep.
Got it. 3 cursed die so far. I'm probably just going to hold on to this to hawk later. What did I get from her? I'll happily take any fancy makeup or.
Oh yeah, it's definitely some sort of fancy makeup that you've gathered from her. We'll say it's that perfume that Rihanna is putting ads on Amazon Prime for all the time.
Fair enough. Lovely. All right, I will just swing by, turn a corner, swap back to how I normally look, and move on. Anyway, let's just get downstairs. And so, get to the Escalade and start driving to that ship.
Okay. Now, getting to the ship is relatively easy. The ship is docked in a nearby, marina. I am not looking up the marinas because it's Boston. There's probably a marina somewhere. In any case, you get up there and you can immediately sense that this location has a bit of a spooky vibe to it. The fog sort of is rolling in around it, and the lights near to the ship are beginning to flicker. In bright yellow letters, you see the Queen Bee on the side.
the sad part of this whole affair is this is where I was going to hold my next party, and now it's an alliance party set up by my mother, who stole my idea.
It's always rough when pleasure gets turned to business. Ugh.
You're telling me?
Well, anyway, nothing for it.
Yeah.
Decky, dear, I presume you've got some clever trick up your sleeve to make sure that we're not walking into a trap.
Before you even said it, it's like he's already staring at the ship, like trying to is there a way to do I do have an edge called research-based investigation action to spend a momentum, and when I acted on my personal torment earlier, I think I gained a momentum. So like it's basically doing Sherlock to see if he notices somebody was already in the ship, making sure that we're safe, like there's no intruder, there's no one waiting inside the ship. Slight paranoia kicking in, so it's just staring at the ship and trying to look for traces of footprints, like his eyes are darting everywhere, doing Sherlockian things. What do I roll for that?
Roll me a survival plus, I think, like intellect, maybe.
Okay, so that's 6. and
Or
then
if you're
add
saying
my-
Sherlock Holmesian, you might do a enigmas, which is sort of the investigate skill.
Yeah, okay. I'll use Enigma and intellect, so that makes it 6. Yay.
By the
And then
way,
I'll swap dice the 3 with curse die.
I heard a question.
oh, I'm sorry. I did want to also ask: Is there any? Are there any homeless people by the marina at night? Are we being watched at all?
You can also roll me a cunning plus larceny or cunning plus survival if you wish.
All right, I will happily do that with curse die or just.
Yeah, with curse die, please.
All right.
Yeah.
Plus.
So I have 2 successes, 8, and then I got another 8 on my curse pool. So that's 3 successes total.
3 successes, so that's a wicked success, I believe, for Mordecai on that.
And 3 successes for me.
Any on your curse die? Or
None on my curse die. I checked.
Okay. So looking at the boat, so Mordecai was looking for, like, specifically, is this a trap?
Just making sure no one was there ahead. It is like there hasn't been any any signs that somebody has been here in the ship ahead of us, because just making like all the paranoia things of making sure no one went in and out. There's no signs of like an ambush of sorts.
No disturbed dust, no oddly ajar doors, nothing like that.
So using the system we have for investigation, you can spend 3 hits to get an unexpected lead, which you would need 1 hit to beat the difficulty for this roll, but you can spend 2 hits to ask questions specifically to the story guide about the lead, as it were.
Okay. Yeah, I've used logical leap, so on success I immediately gain a lead without having to use my hits yet.
Okay.
So in specific, what questions can I ask? Because I know there's like certain
you
list
can
of
ask
questions
stuff
I
like,
could ask.
what is the most dangerous thing? Sorry, you can ask stuff like, and I'm bringing up my rule book because I think that's actually in the rule book where they have some example
Yeah, it's
questions.
a yes and no. It's a yes and no question. Yeah.
Yeah,
And can
it's
require
like,
more than a yes or no.
yeah, you can ask. No, it can be more about, like, it doesn't have to be yes or no. So you can spend a hit on evidence, and you can spend a hit on asking a question. So you can ask me any question that you feel. If you think like there's, is it dangerous going in there? Is something, is there someone in there already? Any of those questions.
Okay. With the lead, I'd like to establish if somebody has been here already, beyond the three of us?
You see that there is a car outside. It is a beat up 1997 Toyota Camry green.
Ooh, sturdy. And then I look at I make sure my eyes turn to the direction of the car, so Tamara and Saraphina can see where my eyes are at, so they know what I'm seeing. And then I give them a look, and I look at the ship. I guess since I have 3 successes, I would like to use if I can sense any danger, if any of my paranoia senses are tingling. Like, are we safe to enter?
You do sense a little bit of the hairs on the back of your neck are sticking up a little bit. They're not fully up, but they are definitely at a, like, if it were yellow, orange, red for danger, it is at a orange level.
Ooh, okay. I look at both and I go, I don't feel safe. I don't feel comfortable going in there. I think there's danger ahead.
Entirely understandable. So how do we want to play this? I'm sort of like quietly slipping back and speaking softly. Do we want to flush them out? Do we want to plan an ambush? Do we want to try hailing and see if we can do this entirely diplomatically?
Well, Mother set up this event. I don't think she would have sent us to just get murdered or ambush or anything, because we're supposed to be talking to people, making alliances. But I mean, if you want to ambush them, I don't want to poo-poo the idea either.
I wasn't considering ambushing them, but I might be able to draw them out if they're planning.
We need to know their intentions. Maybe if there's a way we can talk to them without them getting the jump on us. We get the jump on them first and ask them nicely.
Sounds like a plan.
Let them know
around. I've got a trick for this. Unless you
I trust you. I believe in you. I step back and I'm just the guy with the book with the eyes. And just I believe in you. If you get injured, I know how to heal you.
I appreciate that. Thank you kindly, Mordecai. I don't expect that to happen, but we'll see what we can do. All right, I am going to cast a spell, which my motif makes free because it's an ethereal non-attack. I'm casting Hallucination, and I'm going to make the image of a, man with a beanie and gloves and a sweater, what an actual criminal looks like sometimes, and just have the image of them, and it comes with sound and everything as it just quietly sneaks up and starts walking up the gangplank to the ship.
Okay. And you don't need to roll anything, right?
Let me check. I didn't see that on spell casting.
What spell is it called again?
It's Hallucination. It's under illusion.
Illusion.
I might need to roll something. If I do, I may not. I'm still learning the system, so I apologize.
Gain +2 enhancement on actions involving the illusion.
Or using for a desired effect.
Yeah. So, it's quite easy to see, and you had rolled a sort of check to see if there were any layabouts around, any people who are like observing you.
Yes.
Looking at the boat as you are sending this illusion of a burglar coming, you see a light, like a flashlight, quickly shut off. Like it moved for a second and then it quickly shut off, as if someone's hiding in there now, thinking that they're about to be cornered by a burglar.
I move the illusion over, clanking along towards the door where we saw the flashlight.
Okay.
And it will speak. It'll softly go and reach behind. It will reach down and pick up a crowbar, an illusory crowbar, and then tap, tap, tap on the walls. Somebody in there.
Hey, roll me a, I would say it's probably like a cunning plus, and I'm looking through here, we have like persuasion or,
All right, cunning plus persuasion I can do.
yeah.
Plus curse dice in the pool.
And you'll have an enhancement of 2 for this, which
right.
is bonus hits if you roll at least 1 success.
All right, got that. Rolling. Oh, that's nice. Okay. Now I should honor the cock, as Murph would say. But no, that's so I got 4 successes. One of them on my curse die. And I get the +2 enhancement on that.
Okay. There is this moment in, like, you can sense, like, this is like smash cut to later on where someone is telling, is someone who was definitely not here and definitely not seen, even if they were here, reiterating to no one about how essentially you scared the shit out of this person. In essence, this is an influence roll, so if we want to use the influence system a little bit, you said you got 4 successes?
Yes, and I have a +2 enhancement.
You will... Oh, so 4, so it's 6, you mean?
Yes, it would be 6 with the +2 enhancement for the extra dice.
So you can use, if you look at slide 2, you can see there's deepening a bond where you can forge a bond with the target, and that's 3 hits. Encourage or prevent thought, which is 2 hits. Persuade, which is 2 hits, and shift attitude, which is 2 hits as well. So persuade is they do an extra action for you. Deepen the bond, I think is what it's supposed to be. Is forging a bond, so you can have like an attachment to this person, as like maybe you've scared them so much that you're like they're afraid of you. They're like,
but of course they don't know
traumatized.
Who I am. That would imply they know who I am and not my illusory burglar.
Yeah, but so you don't have to do that if you don't feel like that.
Indeed. So I'm probably going to, I would love them to have a bond with my illusory burglar of what the frick was that guy, because I can use that illusion again. But I am going to persuade them to do an action, which is to freak the fuck out and like sprint overboard and just jump off to try and escape. And I am going to, let's see, what were the other options?
It was shift attitude and encourage
and
or prevent thought.
Shift the attitude of, oh shit, I want to scare the crap out of this guy.
You are such a meanie.
I get things done. And this person is on private property. Private property of a vampire. Having the shit scared out of him is the least that could happen.
You are, so we'll say that using all your remaining hits, you can basically give him the terrified status effect, we'll say.
Works for me.
And he is going to jump overboard, and you see this guy who's got like night vision goggles on, a backpack with what appears to be wires coming out of it, and like a lamp, like a sort of like light sticking out from his backpack, like over the shoulder type thing. and he's definitely got like some sort of like lapel on him as he's like jumping out, and you can see like multiple cameras on him as he's jumping out into the water. He's like, oh god.
Wouldn't it be funny if those are just ghost hunters?
I'm fairly certain that's what they are. I believe you're up, dear. It's your mother's yacht. You can easily claim that. So go ahead and make sure he's claim that you're here for normal purposes. So go ahead and make sure he's all right.
Oh, of course, of course. So, yeah, I'll go try to help fish this guy out of the water.
Roll me a let's see, some persuasion plus presence. He is currently terrified, so he is not in the rightest of minds.
Okay. My curse dice would be 3 hits because I got a 10 and a 9. And my other dice are another 2.
Okay. He is going to be like, he's like, thank you. Someone was trying to get to me. And you can see immediately, like, this guy has on his shirt a like image of like a bedsheet ghost with a like bold red text that says "Ghost Explorer."
Oh boy. Well, I will let this once we got him out of the water, let the man know that I look him up and down very slowly and say, this is actually my mother's yacht, and I think you might have just been trespassing. So perhaps we round up the rest of your friends, get out of here, and I just don't let her know that happened.
He's just like, oh, please, there's someone on the boat. And he looks over and he starts pointing to the boat and he says, there's a burglar. There. And he's just like, I swear there was a burglar on the boat.
Well, even if there was it your problem to deal with? You're trespassing. Get your friends off the property.
I will walk up, holding a clipboard, which I've produced, and be like, Miss... Sorry, I'm trying to remember. Miss Saraphina, are you all right?
I'm quite right. Quite all right. Yes. Why do you ask?
Oh, is this gentleman one of yours? I'm just looking across. The renovations were going to be... We have already contracted for the renovations.
Oh, certainly. No, this is I don't know this person. No.
Listen, I'll just leave. It's fine. I'm sorry. I'll just leave. And he starts like taking off his backpack and he's going over to the car and like popping the trunk.
Are you the only one?
Yeah. I'm a streamer. I do this for kicks.
Sir, with all due respect, wandering the marina at night is dangerous. This boat is currently being repaired. You could have seriously gotten hurt.
I mean, there was no repairs I could see being done on it.
That's because we've just brought in the contractors. This is what we call an inspection. Yeah.
Inspection. You're just... Are you... And he's looking all three of you up and down, and one of you's in a red dress. I'm like a fancy sequin red dress. The other two, I'm not sure what you're wearing, but I assume you're not as formal as Saraphina.
I'm wearing, this, and I pull out my card, and I say, Are you familiar with the law firm of of Cheng and McNeil?
Who says
I'm here performing a safety check before we bring in proper people. I wanted to make sure the gangplank was operational in advance. Obviously, we're from Boston. Like, if you're not dressed up, what are you even doing? And of course, we have our structural engineer right here. I gesture to. So,
Oh, it looked like a university professor with the tweed and the awkward brown jacket and necktie. I'm just like,
resident boffin, indeed. And I'm just like, so I don't know what you think is going on here, but for pity's sakes, please leave before we're forced to call the police.
okay, I'll leave. It's fine. So yep, no worries. And he puts his backpack, his cameras, stuff in his trunk, closes it up, and he starts to back out of the marina.
Okay, like I said, nothing to worry about here. Mother is taking care of everything. Come on, let's board the ship.
We come across. I just go up, hold up a high five to Saraphina.
Oh wait, it almost worked.
Hang on.
And looking up to the yacht, you all three of you see a figure standing where the illusion with the crowbar was. In the shadow, a silhouette holding what appears to be a crowbar.
I sort of raise an eyebrow and say, so I guess you're a little more informed than the other gentleman.
In a blink, he is gone.
All right, then. Looks like a haunting. Or another mage. Who knows? Mordecai, you got anything?
I kind of want to ask, as in this moment he goes, he lets out an exhale. He pulls out this little book and starts to flip it. I would like to activate my inheritance, where once per scene I can ask the storyteller something about the scene, and they'll have to mention truthfully. It's a knowledge thing. So it's from his little book. He wants to know who exactly was that person, what's their history with the boat. As like, who is this? It's like friend or foe. Starts flipping in his little book of blank pages, but when he flips it, it's like it's gonna have answers. He's constantly flipping it. It's gonna be his like role play thing of flip, 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 flip. Do I know this?
Okay.
And the vast information of the universe flips.
So looking it up, you wanted to know who this person was?
Yeah. So the question, the research, reading, or stranger methods. So I can ask, who was this person? How are they tied to the boat? Because they appeared in the boat. So it's like, is there anything related to?
Yeah. So you're not going to find information on who this person was directly, but you are going to recognize the silhouette a little bit as something of like someone wearing some sort of suit with a sort of like, let's say fedora for lack of a better hat term for me right now. But looking about the queen bee, essentially, you know that the queen bee was once owned by a gangster, a mobster in the 1960s era with the name Dolly Malone, who was a woman.
See,
Oh.
ooh. I will take notes. I go, ooh, I never, Oh, like there's a light bulb, and he looks at the others. You know, I read a fascinating story about the mafias and the crime syndicates here in Boston. Really interesting read, especially the 1960s and the 1900s. Then, like he continues to go on a rant of this, and then he pops up the name. Oh, and there's a very famous mobster related to this boat. So it's a really fine, good read. Dolly Malone. Does Dolly Malone have any This is asking the storyteller again. Do they have like a stage name? You know, like some of the mobsters have like a name
Oh,
of sorts.
she was known as Dollface.
Ah. Oh, anyone heard of Dollface? Dollface is a really interesting character. Most unique in that of Boston, 1960s. Especially when, you know, the crime syndicates were starting to be followed out by the federal government. Very, very good. Very good.
That is unusual. All right. A mobster. I see. So I'd rather resolve this without violence if we could. Perhaps this even is one of the resident dead representatives. So,
Do you know anyone of the dead?
not off the top of my head.
Like,
Could probably do some networking, but
I look on over to Seraphina. Do you have friends that are dead that can help us? They're
just
muted.
I think you might be muted.
Oh, let's see if we can fix this. Can you speak again? Nope, can't hear you. It must be on your end. You might want to do a refresh.
Technical difficulties dance, folks.
Yeah, tech happens. It's a thing.
You
It
know,
is a trope.
absolutely. It's part of the stream.
I apologize for the Discord beeps and boops in the background. I have it for particular reasons.
Beep boop beep boop boop.
Beep boop boop boop.
Beep boop boop boop.
In case I get any questions from players and they need to DM me. Maybe I should maybe there's a way to change the notification sound so it's not the notification sound everyone else uses.
Yeah. Oh, and it's a funny thing because like I also had tech issues. You know, in this Curseborne, like, and then the players are like, "It's cursed, cursed." They're like, "Cursed."
I'm so sorry.
We can hear you now.
Yay!
Or at least I can.
Yay!
I can hear you.
Perfect. Victory.
Oh,
Wait, now I can't hear.
Now I can't. What changed in the last 2 seconds?
Huh. That's odd.
Oh, and I think maybe it was on my end.
Oh, do you have something you can change?
Yeah, I can change. Let me try if I refresh. Enable this.
No,
Okay, try that.
no, I
Nope.
can't hear.
We can't hear you. No.
Oh dear.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yes.
Yay!
That's so weird. Okay. Anyway, technical problems aside, yeah, so the dead, no, don't hang out so much with the dead, actually. They're I don't know, they're just not as fun to invite to parties. They're always deadening things up.
No,
Yeah.
worse than me. Company worse than me in parties.
The
Never thought I'd
irony.
live to see the day.
She's never been to a dead grand wake.
Look, honestly, it seems like, we might end up getting attacked if we walk up there, but I feel as though, frankly, if we want to resolve this peacefully, we just need to go up there and chat. Sound like a
Or
reasonable
their
plan?
grounds too. Would banishing, you know, sending them to another plane of existence be something within our realm of options?
It would be, but I'd rather... Let's put that as a plan be? Because remember, we're here to be diplomats. And if it turns out this is an upstanding member of the dead community, then, well, banishing them probably wouldn't go so over so well in our diplomatic effort.
Yes, and may I ask the storyteller, what's the common knowledge for the dead, at least for most of the accursed? What's like the common thing we know about them, other than them being dead?
So now, number one would be if they were dead, they would have a corpse that they're in. If they're not in a corpse, it's most likely a phantasm, which is a spirit or a ghost, as it were. Because there are other incorporeal beings besides people's ghosts. In particular, since it manifested, probably is a phantasm, you would think. And phantasms are pretty much fair game, because they usually are very difficult to deal with unless you're, like, getting them in a good mood.
Does your mother know about the? I turn to Saraphina. Does your mother know about this? Probably a dead. This is her acquisition, of course. This ship.
She had to have looked into it.
Yeah,
she had
perhaps. Yeah, maybe she bought it off from someone that we can talk to over somehow. They might know some person who owned it.
That's fair. I can give her a little call.
To have our other member. Before we do that, do you want to, because we're likely to be able to cut our way out through a phantasm, do you want to just walk up and see if they can be reasoned with? And if not, try banishing it?
I am curious. Very curious how they work. So, like, pulls up notebook. This is a great case study on how these phantasms work. Really good for paper.
Because realistically, your mother trusted us to get this done. And, you know, if we call her in... Look, I don't want you to end up in some sort of trouble with her, okay? She sounds completely sincere.
Yeah. Well, she said we had to get rid of any danger on the ship. So let's translate that very literally and just, deal with things directly. I think you're right.
All right. Note, calling her is still Plan B. All right? We're not going...
I thought banishing is Plan B, so would that make it Plan C?
Yes, you are correct. You are correct.
Or is it a B.1.2?
No, Decky, you're right. Plan A, we talk to it. Plan B, we banish it. Plan C, we go and contact your mother to see if she can provide assistance. Great. We have 3 layers of plans. That seems almost reasonable enough for a standard operation, so let's just get walking. And then, you know, she'll start walking up like she owns the place.
I will trail behind Saraphina.
Yeah, well, I'll walk in stride with Tamara.
Just scribbling at the back.
However you're saying it.
You walk up to the boat, and immediately, like, the door, it's unlocked. Apparently someone broke it earlier.
Sounds about right.
And inside, you are basically going to, and you're basically set up onto what appears to be sort of like a bar area, like a little dance floor set up with like a wooden square and a piano. This is a pretty sizable yacht.
Fair enough. Miss Malone, I will just call out. Would you terribly mind speaking with us? We may have some business to discuss.
you hear silence come back to you.
Well, it was worth a shot.
Oh, they might have moved to a different part of the boat.
Also possible. Well, suppose there's not much for it. Decky, you said you had something to repair here?
Oh, I fish out the envelope again from my pocket. I put my hand in, pull out a mug, and pull out the lever. Like, nope, wrong. Then I pull out the very long lever. I'm not too knowledgeable of boats. I know names of boats. You know, the boats that were during the Spanish conquest to various places for the Spice Islands, but not parts of a boat, unfortunately.
Not modern boats. Okay. Well, fortunately, we have the internet. I'll just pull out my phone, see if I've got any reception here. I mean, it is the marina, but it's also Boston, so, you know, big city.
Yeah, you get access pretty quickly to
Cool. You said you knew what type, you knew that it was associated with the mobster, so presumably you'd know what type of boat it is. See if we can't pull up some schematics or find something. No, I'm not the best at this sort of thing.
I only know that this particular name of the ship, and I'm only good at names, history, but the actual ship schematics, I don't think I would have access to that. I think I only know that this is tied to the woman. That's the one question I could only ask you. So it's like,
I
I know the ship, Queen Bee and Dolly Malone are connected.
Yeah.
But maybe we can Google it. Maybe there might be some enthusiasts, ship enthusiasts. I know some people who are into aviation, so
roll
they might have
a
it.
intellect plus technology.
Do you want to try this, Mordecai? You'd probably have a better plan than I do. I can give it a shot if you really want me to.
I'll try. I'll try. Okay, I'll roll. I have 5 dice.
Oh, that's not bad. Add your curse dice in.
Yeah.
Oh, what a wonderful night to have a curse.
I have no successes. No, but no one.
No successes. So
No.
the 4 of you are over the phone, and
I don't know Google.
You're not getting anything from this.
I mean, it makes sense that the mob boss wouldn't want, the schematics getting out there, so this all tracks. All right. Well, I suppose we've just got to look around. Can I take a look at the physical object?
Saraphina was saying something.
Oh, that was exactly where I was going.
Okay. So the 4 of you are looking around, and you see, like, there's the piano, there's the bar, and there's the dance floor, and there's a door on the opposite end, so you could go there.
All right. How large is this yacht? Important note, because, like, if this is cruise ship size, then it's going to be like rooms upon rooms upon rooms.
It is not rooms upon rooms upon rooms. It's like there are like 3 or 4 rooms on this floor. There's like a captain's deck above it, and then there's like underneath like another layer, probably.
Okay, so a small pleasure yacht, not a mega yacht or a cruise ship. Okay.
It could hold roughly about like 75 people if you were to party, but like it's like a ferry size yacht, a little bit bigger than a ferry. Yeah, like
kind of barge.
I'm bad at measurement. I apologize.
No, it's entirely fair. It's just, sorry, I happen to be a little bit of a nautical nerd. Yeah, now, if it was a bulk container ship, we'd be heavy screwed, because that's all kinds of topsy-turvy. But, Anyway, center of buoyancy is aside. Right. So I suppose, is there any marking on the handle that might indicate something?
There is the door is just a normal door. It is not like special in any way. You can see like throughout like this boat, it seems like things have been renovated over the years, but
I actually meant Mordecai's handle.
oh, Mordecai's handle. Oh,
The
it is clearly a lever for the captain's quarters.
Oh, all right. Well, that's good. Okay,
Well,
so let's head
that'll
up to
be
the
up.
captain's quarters. All right, we will start heading up.
Okay.
Watching
before-
my step, I will, of course, reach
So
into realms beyond and pull my pistol at this point.
So you guys open up the door to what opens up into like a bit of a like or ostentatiously set up grand staircase, kind of like someone was watching Titanic and thought, "Hey, let's put a grand staircase in here to be like that movie." And then the four of you get up the stairs and you find yourselves like on this balcony looking down, and you can see like they've set up like a secondary dance floor in here. There's speakers up in the air, up in the ceiling here, and then you can see on the opposite end is the door of the captain's room, as it were.
The bridge, you mean?
The bridge, yeah.
Right. All right. Okay, to the bridge.
I'm holding the lever like as if it's like a knife, just like just as a standard precaution in case
Okay.
Here, do you want us to
something
buy
sneaks up on me.
you a little bit more of a standardized form of self-defense? Because we can help you with that.
Well, usually if I don't like anyone, I tell them to go away, and they go away. Usually.
All right.
I mean, okay.
I just
I have a dagger here if you want. It's a little smaller. It's a little bit easier to use than a lever.
Mordecai, what's your defense?
It's just a one.
Okay. Oh yeah, that's right. In Story Path, you do not. Your defense is 1 by default if you're surprised, and you don't roll you can't roll your stamina. I am doing stuff in the background.
That can't be related, can it?
Oh no! I'm like, well, maybe I.
So
I feel like threatening the ghost or something.
Of
the
four of you, one of you grabs Mordecai's hand and tries to pull the lever out of his hand.
Oh, I would love to do that because this is how you start the ship.
As something that I've been saying since you were looking at the phone and got a cruel failure, was that there have been 4 of you.
Oh.
Oh. Oh.
Oh dear.
That evil laugh.
A man in a pinstripe suit with a fedora hat and a large gash across his neck in a smile of blood and sinew immediately takes up the lever and he says, "Dolly, this boat ain't going anywhere. We are making sure that the feds get you and take you down."
Oh, that's cool, but that lever is actually our lever.
But boss, what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do to make sure that this person learns a lesson, eh? Says the illusion of a mobster underling from the 60s behind him. Just trying to distract him for a second.
He is going to be distracted for just a second.
Perfect.
But-
and then I'm going to use...
we will need to roll off
Aw.
this.
Yeah, roll off.
Roll off time.
Roll off.
All right.
Stealing
Ooh.
objects. They do get access to their dice for this. Oof.
Ooh.
Okay, so we're doing... Okay, so we're doing initiative. So that would be...
If you look, you can. It wasn't initiative. This was just rolling to see if he can distract him.
Oh, got it.
So it would be like a
look it up.
manipulation plus persuasion, or
Okay,
because it's
manipulation.
magic, it could be esoterica.
Okay, manipulation, persuasion, we can do. Hang on. So let's see here. Manipulation. So
Oh, they said for to craft the diversion, it's cunning and enigma. Yes.
Oh, cunning and enigma. Gotcha.
cunning and enigma. Okay, that's actually the same roll for me. So here we go.
I have so many notes in front of me.
It's okay. I'm helping out. I know the unlimited tabs. I feel you.
Oh, hang on. This one's cocked. That's 3 hits. One of them on the curse die.
He pulls back and he's like, "No, Dolly, you're not getting this." And he begins to like run down the hall and is like flickering as he does so.
Well, telekinesis.
Could we do a tag team for that? If you're doing, how are you doing with telekinesis, if ever?
We shall roll initiative at this point.
Oh boy, that's fair.
If you were looking at the chat at any point during this, I had actually put in 4 when I started counting you guys as 4 instead of 3.
So I did notice that a little bit earlier, actually, just to be honest on the topic. But I was like, Mother said it was safe.
Oh dear. Not safe. We're just doing our best.
I got 2 successes.
Okay.
What's initiative roll again?
The higher of dexterity plus athletics or athletics plus cunning or empathy plus dexterity.
Okay.
Athletics plus cunning.
And curse die
or dexterity plus.
Do curse die count in initiative? Important note.
They count as double. Curse die don't.
Okay. Just ordinary dice then.
So
Okay.
I got the full 5.
Oh dang.
Okay.
Full 2 10s.
Den Mother, you got how many?
Oh, sorry. I only heard the cunning plus athletics and the other thing got cut off with dexterity plus something. Sorry.
It's fine for the moment because I think we're not doing like order. We're doing popcorn initiative, so we already have a 5. Is that all right?
Okay, works out.
Unless you really want to roll. I don't want to stop you if you want to roll.
Unless you
It's
want.
fine.
Okay.
It's okay.
So
because I wanted to do like a tandem thing, but if we can't do tandem and we have to do it by turn, it's okay.
I mean, if you want to bring it up to Saraphina on it, you could do a tandem thing. But
I mean, Saraphina's intention is to basically just wrest that thing out of his control. He has no right to it. It's mine.
okay. So you can roll against his defense.
Okay, what am I rolling?
It will be probably close combat plus might.
Okay.
And his defense is 1, so he's not that he is not that tough and sturdy in that way.
Not the most agile individual.
And this is just to reclaim the lever.
Ooh, this is I got a 10 on the curse die, but no further successes.
Okay, that's just a normal success. You do manage to wrestle the lever back from him. He is now sort of ticked off. He is getting angry. He's like, okay, I warned you. And you get to choose who goes next in the initiative.
How
What?
how about Tamara?
All right. Cool. I will swing up to Saraphina, say, tag me, and put the lever into my extra dimensional space.
Zoinks.
It's not contested, so I can just do that. So it no longer exists in this dimension.
Woo!
Okay.
Then I turn and start sprinting for the bridge.
Okay. It is now. Who do you want to give the initiative to? Mordecai or the
Mordecai,
mobster?
for sure.
Okay.
Cool. Okay. As an interaction first, is like I would think about my friend's safety. There's an option for me to nope you out of here, so this guy doesn't, get to you or try to do anything strange because it's doing something to ship. So I can open a portal for you to nope out of there, and only my friend can pass through it, or I can banish the guy. So I go, do I make him go away, or do you want to wait out?
Banish him.
I mean,
Okay.
she's holding a dagger at this point, so stab, stab, stab.
Looks. Or do you want like an unlimited loop where I just make him go in an unlimited loop? Because I can do that too.
I mean, that sounds funny, but yeah, I guess.
Okay. I would hold 2 dice, and I will activate the spell as a simple action. I designate a location that I can see, so kind of like I'm doing like a portal gun kind of moment, where I point at the floor, and then I point at whatever ceiling's on top just to make him fall continuously. As that would be my simple action. The thing is, I don't see what the role is other than it's an attunement of ethereal
Okay.
and hold 2 curse dice.
Okay, so activate this spell as a simple action and designate a location you can see or a place you cannot see but have been previously within long range. You connect the space in front of you to the location with the portal that remains open long enough to step through or run 1 round if used in a fight. So the portal opens to a size that accommodates for you. Only you and objects on your person may pass through.
I'm planning to do like the open door entanglement. Oh no, it's entanglement 3, so I don't think I have access to that, do I?
Yeah, no.
It's up at entanglement 1.
Yep.
So it's just me.
And that's something that yeah, we're not getting into that right now.
Okay. So, all right. So the portal idea is because I misread. I don't think I can be able to do that. It's a lot of use spells, so I'll just have to banish him if that's the case. In his panic state,
Banishment.
he would use present dismissal. Yeah. So I would bleed 2 curse dice and make a leadership action against his integrity.
So it would be leadership, and I assume like plus cunning or intellect, I think.
Cunning, yeah.
Okay. So roll cunning plus leadership.
Okay. Do I add, and then since I bleed 2 dice, it becomes 1 dice, correct?
For present dismissal, I think it says bleed 1 curse die.
Okay, so just 1.
Yeah.
Okay.
Unless you have something that reduces ethereal or psychic spells by 1.
Ooh, motive. When casting spells, if you hold, you may locate a nearest door to an outside. It's a motive thing. I basically eat him to the outside. Like, nope. It's I'll just eat him out of there. Did he mention a name? Because he was mentioning Dolly personally. Did he say a name
He didn't
of
mention
himself?
his name. No. But you do.
Okay. All right.
You did
So I'm
roll.
just gonna point. Oh wait, hold on.
And you're rolling with curse die, right?
Yep. 1, 2, 3. Okay. There's a 10, a 9. I think one's bad on a curse die. Is it?
I don't.
It
Is there a
is,
one
right?
being bad?
No, there isn't.
Oh, so no. Nope, not a problem. So you've got 3 successes there. Any other 8s or stuff?
No, just 10 and 9.
Okay. So you immediately yeet him out of existence. How does this look? What are you doing?
I just tell him I don't like you. I need you to go away. I point at him, and there's like this. It looks like there's a rip of fabric from behind him, and like the void space that's in the shelf. It's just that moment of horror where there's sounds of cacophony of horror, like that horror sounds of screaming and things, and goes in, and then it goes back close. The outside void is just a scary place. But
You see he gets sucked into it, and there's this like you can still see the tear in reality where he is, where he got through. This will last only for a scene, so it is possible that he'll be back later.
I'll tell that to the group. Oh, he'll be back. He won't be gone for long.
Sprinting
He'll be back.
towards the bridge.
Just a sec. I think I need to say I did my Accursed torment, which is basically we rule by birthright. We take whatever we want. It's not stealing. It's claiming one's royal due.
Oh, okay. You get 1 curse die for that because you stole the lever back.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Yay!
And then the mobster is going to pass the initiative to the other things that you haven't noticed yet.
Wait, was there a 5 and a 6 too?
Oh dear.
There are 2 little creatures standing on the control panel of the boat.
The bridge.
The bridge.
Standing on the bridge controls.
Yep.
Okay, sorry.
And they are... No worries. Thank you for correcting me on that, because I am bad at vocabulary.
It's all good.
And they are starting to... They're these little tiny green things. They've got spiky little, like, metal... I say spiky little things, but it's metal. They're metal spikes sticking out of their bodies with these long, thin arms with hands that are way bigger than they should be, and these teeth that are just gnashing.
Oh boy, so it's their initiative.
And they're just looking at you, and they're like, "Arse, arse."
Did he just call us an arse?
And they're going to pass the initiative to Justinia. Or sorry, sorry, they're going to pass it to Jess. Sorry.
Okay.
Tamara. Okay.
Tamara.
Great. An illusion appears by them of another one that looks very similar but slightly different to them, holding the thing, going, "No, it's my boat. You no take it," and then runs off.
Okay, let's do this. Roll your thingy.
Illusion. Con artistry. It's what I do. All right, so for the illusion, this would be a social roll, and I get a +2 enhancement. So it would probably. Yeah. And what was it for the illusion? You said before, Mordecai.
It was. I think I said it was a cunning plus persuasion.
Okay, cunning plus persuasion. We can work with that. All right, there's the curse die. There's the cunning. There's the persuasion.
Nair Fang, you were so right. I should have said spines instead of spikes.
Oh,
The
boy.
metal spines.
Okay, that's nice. That is not a cock, so I can go with that. Okay, you are cocked, though, tragically. All right. Well, poo. Serves me right for being honest. Let's see here. That's 6 hits. With the +2 enhancement from the spell, making it 8 hits.
They are going to be running off in the opposite direction towards this creature.
And it's running away because
it's running away.
Yeah.
And they are going to leave the scene. The boat is now perfectly empty of risks at the moment.
Great. I'm going to put that dang lever in. So I can just yank it out of hammer space and shove it in the right place.
Okay, roll me a technology plus intellect roll.
Oh boy, this might be where things fall apart because I'm not good at that.
Is there a way we can help in this situation?
Yes,
Can we give a plus?
Does anyone know how to fix a boat?
I will.
Hurry.
Is there a way to help with the vast knowledge of reading? Could be like what
Yes, you have
just like any lever in history.
I'm rich, so maybe I might have some of that information. I've probably, hijacked and then driven yachts for.
I mean, I can do this. Don't get me wrong. It's just going to be 3 dice plus my curse dice.
The power of friendship to help and moral support, as I try to mention how levers work.
Okay, I don't know how teamwork
maybe I do the hearts thing. It doesn't look real good, but. How about this?
But yeah, is there a help action for this situation to help with pulls? Maybe
teamwork action. Players use the same skill plus attribute to form a dice pool, and each hit garner goes to overcoming the difficulty of a task, overcoming the complication, and purchasing tricks.
Okay.
I will say, if you do, there will be a major complication of if you do this incorrectly, like the lever will break, but it will be in place. So whatever functionality it needs to for the loophole will still work, but it won't. The boat won't be able to move.
Okay, so.
Oh no.
So can we?
It's worth it.
Worth it.
No, listen.
And
you gotta take
momentum. Momentum. You can spend momentum on rolls.
Great. What's our momentum right now?
You are at 2 momentum because one of you used an ability that required momentum to be spent.
Okay.
And you can add an enhancement hit to an action on a 1-for-1 basis. You can spend the momentum after the dice have been rolled, and only if the dice has at least 1 hit.
Okay, and you said that you were going to do a teamwork action, so you're going to roll and they add to my pool, or how does that work?
Yep. Every roll adds to the pool, so it's working everyone together trying to get this functioning.
Well,
okay, is this a cunning technology or intellect technology?
Intellect technology.
So if you have higher intellect than I do, go for it.
I mean, all of you can. It's just
roll.
Okay. Yeah. I will roll my things and see what happens.
You need to beat a difficulty of 2 and then a complication of 3, so a 5 in total.
We need to buy off that stuff. Okay, that's not so bad.
I rolled 3 1.
3 successes. Ones don't do anything, to my knowledge.
They don't. So you have 3 successes, so you have enough to buy off the complication, but not enough to
And you
buy
got
off.
one.
Yeah, I got one actually. I was just
You got
holding up
one?
a finger
Okay,
and then
so
looked
you
up.
have, if you wish, you can spend 2 of your momentum to buy enough to buy off the complication as well.
Okay. Yeah, that seems entirely reasonable. Wait, but don't we need a total of 5 from all of us?
Yeah, it would. You said 3.
Yeah, I have 3, and then
I-
one
I had
momentum
one.
adds 1, so...
Oh,
Christine,
so it would just be 1
one.
momentum then.
Yep.
That makes sense.
Yep, because I failed my roll.
A 1 plus 2.
I was
plus
just
1.
rambling off about
Plus 1.
levers.
I was like, that last time I drove one of these, it was so fast. But yeah, I remember I had to pull this,
But now
and that's when it went crazy.
So yeah, now it's operational.
So yeah, now it's in there, and you can feel as though you've just entered a loophole, which means everyone's going to get a curse die.
Yay, curse die!
And I will also double check the rules for loopholes because I forget a little bit. But you feel the boat has sort of anything like, so the banishment of the phantasm, that is now permanent. The phantasm doesn't appear after the amount of time you'd expect for that to have happened.
Whew. Well, that worked out. Yes, the rules for a loophole is that, according to the merit at least, I don't know what it is like more formally, but the merit says, sorry, not the merit, the edge, gotta use the terminology correctly.
Yeah.
Your character owns or is the proprietor of an establishment that is a loophole. Anytime your character and her crew enter this specific loophole, they gain an additional curse die. Additionally, while spending time in the site, you may reallocate curse die among the group as you wish.
That's a little bit different than the rule for the loophole, because I think there's a complication in it when you try and use magic.
Okay, got it. So that's a different one.
Yeah. But you have, at the very least, secured this location now.
Whew. All right. And those little gremlin things, did they rush off when I had the gremlin illusions jump off the edge and start swimming away?
They did, and they are currently standing on the dock looking very pissed at you, because now, like, there's, like, protection on the boat.
I look at the watch as well, because anytime now the guy I banished would come back. What would happen to him if he pops out from the portal in which
I said
banished him?
he doesn't come back.
Banishment is permanent now that the
Oh, he
area
doesn't?
where he banished from is protected by a loophole.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so sorry, dude.
You have
This
taken
is the
the
outside
space,
now.
folded it into a Mobius strip.
Yeah. You
We're
have
good.
just cursed this person to an existence that is not great out in the world.
Outside.
I'm sure that
Sorry.
won't come back to bite us in any way.
No, not at all.
Anyway,
Banishment.
well then don't try to steal stuff and refuse to talk to us in any way.
Yeah, that was super rude.
We did actively try to speak to this person, then he was just like, "Ha, I'm crazy." Goes off, okay? There's a limit to how much we can avoid sending you into dark torment dimensions if you're not going to sit down and talk to us, okay?
Yes. You could have joined the book club. Alliance. We had a party.
Hey, look, maybe the guy doesn't know how to read.
All right. So I suppose you'd best call your mother, Saraphina.
I mean, she just said to make sure that everything was good. And yeah, no more envelopes? Okay, sure, whatever. I'll call Mom.
Oh, darling. So lovely to hear from you. How are things?
Things are as safe as one would expect they would be on such a vessel.
Oh, good. Good. I assume everything's hunky-dory, as it were?
Well, there might be someone on the ship named Donnie Malone.
Dolly
that I-
Malone? Oh yes, Dolly Malone. She was the mobster that owned the boat eons ago.
Yeah, she did not seem to be dangerous per se.
Oh no, her ghost. She doesn't have a ghost there, darling. The people she killed are there.
Oh, okay. But what if she was there?
I mean, then you probably wouldn't be alive. But that's you're alive. That's fine.
Yeah, you're right. I'm
I mean,
alive.
you're unalive. That's
Well,
fine. You're doing great, honey. I'm so proud of you. Now, is there anything else you need? I mean, you are going to prep the boat for the gathering, right? We need to show our best stuff.
Of course. That's in fact what our little merry crew is doing as we speak.
Excellent. I shouldn't want to bother you. Now, if there's anything more important, please let me know. I trust you implicitly.
I appreciate that about you, Mother. And I will do everything necessary to make sure that your value as a parent is well known.
You know me so well, darling. Thank you. You're doing well. I hope this goes swimming. Pun definitely not intended, I assure you.
I see.
I'm going to just go ahead and start dialing my phone. Just calling Lung. Well, what time is it? Important question.
It's probably about the witching hour.
All right, so I'll call Lung tomorrow. I can call Lung tomorrow. If he doesn't know someone who works in boat renovations, then there isn't anyone who works in boat renovations in Boston, and that would be very shocking. All right, folks. Do we want to keep watch of this place? Establish it. We'll need a cleaning service, a proper mechanic. Anything else? Personally, I'd love to order late night Chinese if you folks are hungry.
Chinese sounds good. And extra coffee. I'm out of coffee.
Sounds like a plan. Yes. Just start, ordering Chinese from wherever to deliver to the spooky haunted boat. Here is a large tip.
I will say in my I was in another game recently, and we were we were meeting with an informant who worked for a criminal organization, and I said to the guy, hey, can I order some dumplings here? Because we're in like this Asian restaurant. And the guy's like, sure, I'll cover them. And I'm like, who do you want me to kill? It's like, and he's like, I don't want you to kill anyone. And then we're talking, and he's like, yeah, that guy who runs the town is that mayor's a real stickler. And I say, I get you. Wink. It's like, no, that wasn't.
No. Yeah, no, I'm ordering. Just ordering that. You want me to order something from somewhere else for you? I think that there's an all-night butcher. I don't know if
I'm kind of distracted. I will. Is it okay if I send a message to one of my contacts?
Sure.
Because if I don't, I would like information on the person who broke in. The influencer, the one man show trying to catch footage. I would like to call on the informant I have, and because I don't understand the Googles, I'd rather have somebody tell me what this information is with these kids and their YouTube channels.
neither.
So, like, I asked. I'm just sending a text like, yeah, hello, Javier. There's a person I'd like you to look into. And then I tried to describe. I mean, was there any indication, like a URL or a link of the kid, like, or the name of their channel?
Yeah,
They
he had
wrote it
on
out
his
in some
shirt
way.
Ghost Explorer.
Okay. Can you look for the man running the Ghost Explorers and tell me as much as you know about this child? I
Yeah,
send it.
yeah. He
Yeah.
quickly responds back like, small time streamer, has like 50 followers at max. Last
It's
streams
50
only
followers a
had
lot.
like one or two. Last like 50 or so streams or whatever were only like one or two people.
Okay, now I'm starting to feel this guy's pain.
Is that a lot?
Out of character. In character.
And I'm looking. I go towards the either Tamara or Seraphina. I'm like, is 50 followers a lot? Yes, 50 a lot.
No, it isn't, and I'll be sure to file a cease and desist if he posts a video about this, because we did not give him permission to film here.
So I asked my informant, is this person a human or is he something else?
It seems like a mundane type person.
Hmm.
Wow. Thanks, Javier. Have a good night. Sleep well.
No worries. I'm just
Yeah.
making sure a husband isn't cheating on his wife.
Oh, like, and then like the curiosity in me is like, who? Question mark? Who?
Just save.
Because knowing Javier, he's usually looking at the cursed people, so it's like, who?
Sometimes I have to pay the bills. Don't worry about it. Also, I don't want you to be sacrificing knowledge of it.
I guess, fair enough, fair enough. Though I want to invite you to a party, a book club party. If you're
a book club party, I think I'm a little bit too busy right now for that shit.
Okay. This is my one-a-day social invitation to other people. I did my quota. Send.
Okay.
So okay, so the human at least is not a threat. Oh, the audio went out.
Oh no, the audio went out? Whose audio?
Saraphina is having technical difficulties.
Okay. I mean, we're gonna be wrapping up soon, so hopefully Saraphina will be back.
I'm just poking around, trying to see if there's, trying to see if this has an old liquor cabinet with some actually functional spirits.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Not that kind of spirits, the alcoholic kind.
Yes. You will find that there are some nice bottles set up.
All right.
It seems like at the very least when Seraphina's mother bought this boat, she set it up for, at the very least, for casual get-togethers.
That's fair. I just wipe a finger over the top of one of the bar counter and rub the dust between my fingers, and I'm like, we're definitely going to need a professional cleaning service. Oh, by the way, while we're working on this,
Yes.
Saraphina, would you mind hiring me at standard billing hours? Usual friends and family rate, which is vastly cheap for a lawyer. Just gotta make sure that, things don't get too weird at the firm and they think I'm working properly. Oh dear, I can't hear Justinia.
Is it that same problem from before?
Okay, you probably hear me now.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, it says I'm going into the page. I tell it to do like this one device, and then when you go in, it's the wrong device. And it's like, what? Then why'd you ask me in the first place? Anyway, I'm sorry. What was my prompt?
Oh, I was asking if you're okay with officially being listed as a booking hours client, or that, or one of your shell companies, whatever you need. I just want to make sure that, just need to make sure that it's clear that I'm doing official work so that, so that my partner doesn't get on my case.
Oh, of course. I would have thought we had some of that taken care of already. Sorry, that should have been on my desk. I should have been the one taking care of that.
Oh, no, it's perfectly fine. You have me on retainer. I'll just make sure to file your standard billing information. Don't worry, not a particularly expensive outing. So, long-term clients get good rates.
Yeah.
All right. Mordecai, you doing all right?
Dicky just needs coffee. He goes like, his social battery's been shot with all the excitement for today, and he's like a black cat in the corner who's just like, what am I doing here? like it's just this alliance party, and he's just like texting his one buddy Javier, It's like bothering Javier and be like, okay, I met my quota of friendship, and he's just gonna be waiting for his coffee. He's just gonna be that cat on the side, just moving around the deck area, just like pacing.
If you want to head out and get some sleep, that's totally okay.
And then, really, like it lights up. Like, I can go now. Really? What time's the party?
Sure.
Well, we'll coordinate with you in the morning. I mean, it's midnight.
No, witching hours. So it's like 3 a.m., right?
Oh, witching hours 3 a.m.? Oh, never mind.
No, it's midnight.
Oh.
Isn't it?
So it is midnight.
Oh, it is? Okay.
Oh, midnight. It's midnight, Becky. We're not going to get a cleaning service or a repairman in here quickly enough in the middle of the night. Boston sleeps sometimes, all right?
Okay. I will, with that notion, like he has been relinquished from his social social obligations with friends.
We'll call you back, dear.
He rips a page of his
hello,
notebook,
Raiders.
drops it on the floor, and ports away.
Hi. We're being raided. Neat.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, hello. Raid. Yes, Mordecai is just I have there's sudden surprises and then having to deal with ghost threats and then party. It's just like too much for this old soul who's just into like staying in the library for hours on end. So he'll portal away. He'll shimmy away.
And with that, yep.
Oh, I was gonna say, as soon as Mordecai's gone, though, I'm gonna turn to Tamara and be like, "Oh, yeah, there's one thing I should probably mention, though."
Oh?
Yeah, Mother said if Dolly Malone actually is on the ship, that we all would probably have died. But she's probably not on the ship. Probably not on the ship.
Let's hope that that's the case. Either way, all we've done is take out someone who she clearly did not like, so I doubt we've made an immediate enemy of her.
And with that, the speakers begin to play some smooth jazz.
Miss Malone.
Oh no!
I already asked if you wanted to talk, Miss Malone.
and we will cut there for tonight.
Boy.
What did you all think? First time playing some Curseborne, right? Well, second time for Den Mother. Not
first
the first
time playing. The first time playing as a player. Yay!
Yeah, no, it's fun. A lot of interesting stuff going on. No one just wants to talk anymore, do they? No, they just got to keep doing spooky junk for no reason.
The next episode for this is going to be next Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, EDT. And so 3 hours previous to what it is right now. Also, if you want to catch me, I'll be doing some streaming on Tuesdays where I go over the manuscripts that get released as part of the Kickstarter for Curseborne. And if you like Curseborne, I should be putting that in the chat here. Oh, thank you, Travis, for putting that in there. So before we sign off, we still have sort of like 5 minutes ish. What's one thing you liked about Curseborne from the game tonight? I will start backwards with Jess first.
I really enjoyed just the family connection. It was really kind of interesting to have someone who's like, no, I actually do like you people. I just also have to be a ruthless psychopath. Like, I'm not bouncing around following your orders entirely because I'm afraid you're going to kill me. You're actually family. For real.
And Den Mother, what about you?
I mean, first off, thank you for inviting me in the game. It's like, the way I learn systems usually is by playing it a lot. So it feels very different when I'm reading the manuscript and seeing it in application. A lot of things that I'm like, oh, okay, especially with the spell stuff, I'm learning it with how, Just really did really good in like showing how the spells work, of like how the flow is. So it really helped me understand the wall of text sometimes that is usual for Onyx Path kind of writing, and World of Darkness kind of writing, where it has so much words, and I'll try to do shorthand, so it would help me understand the magic system more. And it was just nice that the thing I like the most about this is, of course, the players just being able to bounce off of them and just having like that fun dynamic, dealing with a very like a very introverted neat of a book med student. So it was fun. It was very fun.
Yes.
And Justinia, what did you like?
Well, I know you can't see my character sheet right now, but so basically what it's got on it, though, is it's got all these ways that even if I'm trying to be a nice person, which I'm not, there are all these ways that can be terrible. And I just, every time I'm looking at a scene, I'm like, could I do that thing that I shouldn't do? Or that thing I shouldn't do? And let me tell you, folks, that's a lot of fun.
The torments and the damnation and all that stuff is very fun.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we will sign off then. Justinia, where can people find you?
I am Rain Darkwater on Instagram.
And Den Mother.
Yeah, Den Mother plays in Twitch, Twitter, Blue Sky. You can even find me on Drive Thru RPG if you guys like COC scenarios and stuff like that, all the fun stuff. Everywhere, TTRPG spaces. Den Mother plays.
Awesome. And Jessamine.
And you can find me and Justinia on the Shoestring Studios YouTube page. And I'm also, I believe, at Shoestring Studios on Blue Sky. I'll have to double check that later. But yeah, no, reach out to us on the page. It's great.
Awesome. And as always, you can find me, the Awkward GM, here Tuesdays and now Wednesdays at 8 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Tuesdays, I'll be covering the manuscripts for Curseborne when they drop to the public, or to the backers, rather. And if you want to back, there's a link in the chat for Curseborne. It's awesome. I've been excited for this for such a long time. And you can catch us next week at 8 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. And if you didn't catch the entire stream, I will be posting on my YouTube channel a week or so after the streams happen. So please check them out. Okay. Okay, and I need to transition and be not awkward about transitioning to the other thing, and I am
Very tricky.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Bye.